Hello, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to Swindon't You Forget About Me. Now, there's been a few things going on, boys. Mostly has been football related. That's good. Let's check it out. So, we're now fourth, which is nice. We are 9 points off the top. With 12 games to go, it's unlikely that we'll claw that and become unlikely victors, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, where were we last time? Indeed, we played Chelsea. Yes, so we beat Chelsea 3-0. A surprise result, as you remember. Then we played Weston-super-Mare. Wheatland Park, ironically, is a very it's not a happy hunting ground for us. We got battered 4-1. We had 10 men for most of the second half because I had made a lot of substitutions in fact, I think I made 3 substitutions in the first half because I was annoyed. We ended up losing 4-1. We then turned things around and beat Hull 2-1, a header from Torsten Barron giving us the win. We then drew 2-2 at home with Arsenal. I think we went 1-0 down, back. Oh, no. So we were looking dominant, and then they scored 2 goals late on to equalise, which is a shame. We then beat Newcastle 4-1, which is a pretty good result. We beat Charlton 2-0 in the FA Cup, which I was surprised it was quite comfortable, despite the fact that they are top of the Championship by quite a distance, and we beat them fairly comfortably. We then played Forest Green Rovers twice in 4 days, beating them 3-0 both times. Patrick, one of our new signings, scoring twice. I'll show you the players in a minute. We then played Manchester City at home. We drew 2-2. What the table could have looked like if we had won both of those games, I don't know. We'd be up a lot higher. There again, we came back. So we took an early lead. They came back, and then we equalised late. So that was a better result for us, in my opinion. We then played Burnley, who were second in the Championship, 3-1. 2 more goals from Serapio. He scored a few in these last few games here. We then beat Liverpool 6-2 after being ahead after 2 minutes. It was a pretty crazy game, but yeah, it was good. I was happy with it, obviously. We then beat Bradford 2-1 in a game that didn't need to be as close as it ended up being. And then we beat West Ham 4-2, who are 19th in the league, I think. And we went behind to them initially. Actually, it was a pretty crazy first half. They scored early. We scored 2 very quickly, and then they equalised again. So the first half ended 2-2, but we put them to bed late on in the second half. Now, so as you know, that means that we are 4th in the league with a decent chance at the moment, because there's 4 points between us and Spurs in 5th. A decent chance that we could get finally to the Champions League. But before we go there and discuss the future, let's look at the future of the team. So what we've done is we have sold. Alberto has gone to Olympique Marseille for £6.5 million. He wasn't doing very well this season, and so we got rid of him for a bit of a profit. He's been a good servant for us, particularly that first season, although it seems that he has sort of dropped off a bit each season afterwards. Anyway, he's gone off to Lyon for a profit, and he wasn't really doing much for us. I think he suffered, it might be related to an injury he suffered in his first or second season that he kind of hasn't, he wouldn't expect to progress too far, but I'd have thought he'd have stayed a bit further out. Anyway, so we sold Alberto. We also sent a few players out on loan. Coleno went to Cardiff, Peña went to Marseille, Yuri Petr went to Weston-super-Mare, and the Lithuanian striker who everyone seems to be wanting loads of money for. I decided instead of letting us continue to receive bids for him, I would just send him out on loan to Watford because I couldn't be bothered to deal with it. So out he went. But we did bring in some more players. So one of those players is... let's have a look. So we saw me signing this guy for free. I signed this guy during the middle of the... I think in sort of September time. Stepan Sucki. He's a bit like a Justice Mbele character. Nice and tall. Decent at defending. Not brilliant, but he's the kind of player that I have noticed seem to play well, even if they don't have the great stats to back up that in logic. The one problem was that when we signed him, he was injured. So we signed him, and then obviously over the next 3 months he got injured. So he's only made one appearance so far because his fitness is not quite ready yet, but he's good. We then signed 2 other players. I thought I was going to... The reason I signed this guy is I thought I was going to lose 1 or 2 of our centre-back, defensive midfield kind of players. So I signed Emre Uzcan. He is like this. Decent defensively and aerially. Mentally, there's not much going on there. But that's all we really need. I think someone to fill in. He's done well as so far. And we also signed Patrick from Bayer. He's great in the air, great attacking. Not as quick as you'd necessarily like, but he's certainly no slouch. 2 goals in 5 appearances. No goals in the cup. And just a decent set of acquisitions, and I think that it will stand us in good stead for next season. But what we have to do now is play the Europa League against our good friends Karpaty Lvov. So let's do the do's. Van Rethy will start. Chodzi Martins will come on. Chiedoze Martins will come in. And so we'll Stucki, but I actually will start Stucki instead of Jair. We are going to say Topic is injured, so he won't start. We will bring in Musa Fall. We want to try and get some goals in the away leg, so we're going to leave it like that. Maybe we won't play Gilic. Maybe let's play Montufar. There we have the option to bring in Baron. Maybe let's play Baron and we have the option to bring on Montufar. And then we'll leave Jeff and Wilmot up front with Patrick on the bench. Jeff has been in some sensational form since we brought in a player who looks like he might be able to punish him for his occasional inconsistencies. So he's scored 2 absolutely sensational goals against Liverpool. I'm hoping that he can score a couple against Karpaty. They're not that good, although as we discussed, they were top of the Ukrainian Premier League. I don't know if that's still true. Why not? Let's check that now after the first minute of the season, of the game. Yes, they are in fact up there against Dynamo Kiev, but that doesn't mean they're any good. I refuse to look at their players. I can't be bothered. I don't think that we should really be worrying too much. Although the Ukrainian league does occasionally have. Some of their better teams do sometimes sort of have a smattering of talent because they can buy Brazilians without work permits and stuff like that. So they get those decent players coming through. So it means that they're not to be ignored. But look, I think we should be able to get past these. I think this is possibly the first time I've ever played against Karpaty Lvov in Football Manager, which is a boring statistic. That said, I have a scarf from them, so cool. Not very many teams playing green and white. Them and Yeovil, I guess. I think they're probably a little bit more impressive than Yeovil. They're one of those clubs in Eastern Europe. There's a lot of them have. A lot of clubs in Eastern Europe have stories about how they were never allowed to win the league by the Soviet era authorities. Oh, we nearly have a chance. And Karpaty are the. Oh no! Okay, I thought we were going to get a chance. They are they are Ukraine's version of that club. Oh, Wilmot, but Vanin manages to save. They were always complaining that people prevent them from winning the league. Even now that there's no Soviet Union, they still complain that people stop them winning the league. I don't think they ever have. I think they've won either won the Soviet Cup or the Ukrainian Cup once or twice. That's the best they've ever had so far. Although it looks like they're on for the league this season, so maybe things are changing. Stepan Stucki, is he going to get sent off in his first start? Wouldn't be surprising. No, yellow card. Okay, good. 14 minutes gone, 0-0. They are looking decent though, Yunusov. We've given a penalty. Why? What happened? A handball. Very nice. Everyone's complaining to the referee and getting nearly booked. Now, Grishin. Good effort. They are 1-0 up. That's annoying. We can all agree that's not what we wanted to happen. But 1-0 away from home isn't the worst result. I still fancy us to turn the game around, or at least score 1 in this game. I think we scored in something like 19 consecutive league games, which is equal to Manchester United, who are currently top. So we're a decent proposition going forward. Actually, weirdly, I remember specifically complaining about how few goals we'd scored, or how I don't know, maybe I was saying it feels like we're a bit toothless. We're actually the second top scorers in the Premier League this season. so it's I think it's a defensive problem rather than an attacking problem. Makacek, his name must be Machasek, because it wouldn't be a fuck it, doesn't matter. Have we just had an injury? Yeah, Wilmot's down. They've got a player called Ezekiel. Nice. Vanin saves. Okay, Tursten Barron again. Serapio heads across. Serapio scored, like I said, a few goals recently. He had a very good effort from about here, which pinged off the crossbar and then like sort of just about came in. It was cool. It was cool to watch. I've had a boring day. I didn't end up painting the kitchen. Masha said it would be easy to paint tomorrow when there's more light, so that's fine. Did go to the gym. It was the first time in a week or so I think I've been to the gym, and it was a little tougher than usual. Torsten Barron, Stuck at the back post, heads against the bar. Barron tries to get it in there, doesn't. Serapio, we've still got the ball on the edge. Once we've settled down into our rhythm, we seem to be much better than them, especially on the ball. Van Rethy there in tight space manages to keep control. Barron with an insane attempt at a through ball. He could not possibly have seen that. He was definitely looking completely the opposite way. Anyway, Wilmot, Van Rethy to Just Jeff now. There was a ball through to Stas. He got it there. Stas scores, but he was offside. If he had just played it a second before, it wouldn't have been offside and he could have still scored. Maxime Stas, by the way, everyone at the beginning of the season was complaining in the media that I had wasted money on him. They also complained that I wasted money on Patrick, which I'm annoyed about. But they were complaining about Maxime Stas, saying he wasn't good enough. He scored a number of very important goals, a number of very good goals, and is a good player. And it's nice to have him there because Sime Topic is good, but he's young and so a little bit inconsistent. And Just Jeff, he's hit the post, for God's sake. Little mouthful of water there as we were in the corner. Barron again, ball across, Stucki. Nope. Barron again, another corner in. Stucki at the back post doesn't get there. He's tall, but I don't think his heading is all that great. We have had 4 corners now. One every time. Oh, they nearly got... I thought they were going to score, but that was an absolutely beautiful tackle from Laveau. Grishin takes a free kick, gone out for a corner. They're pushing as well. Both teams have had 6 shots. They have, luckily for them, one of theirs was from the penalty spot, which they scored. We have yet to score. Machasek. Come on, guys. Oh, wow. Neponyaschi. Nice. Machasek, Barron, Machasek. No, Machasek scored quite a few good goals for us this season. He's popped up with a fairly large number for a left winger, particularly a left winger for me. Wilmot, goal! that really felt like Alan Partridge goal, but also I was going to say go on. But it went in before I'd finished saying it, so I just carried on saying goal, and that made me laugh. Well, there we go. 1-1. We've got that away goal. That is probably going to be all important. I'm going to say a unlucky boys thing. So, okay, they didn't like that. There's a lot more to come from you guys. Oh, I said something different to them. Okay, there you go. Someone's playing nervously. I didn't see who it was. Who was that? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I think that the team talk car crash won't do too much impact to us. And even if it does, we've got an away goal. We just have to beat them at home. Just Jeff, come on, Unisov. We can't. Who have we been knocked out by in the Europa League? We've been knocked out by Chelsea in the final. We were knocked out by Roma on away goals, and we were knocked out by and we won it, right? So I think that we've been knocked out by good teams. I don't want to be knocked out by Karpaty Lvov. No disrespect to 2052 fans of 2052 era fans of Karpaty Lvov. Anyway, Just Jeff is now through. He tucks away comfortably, and we are 2-1 up in Ukraine. Not bad at all. They've been packing the midfield, which is, I guess, why it's been a little tougher than for us to be our normal free-flowing attacking selves. But we're doing okay. Ezekiel pulled out of position there, and then Just Jeff one-on-one slots it home. Nice. So 2-1 up. That's a good result so far. Maybe we can get another one just to really put the game out of sight. I don't see them coming back and scoring 3 in the county ground, the Fortress County ground. It's time for a goal kick for us. Maybe we can get a third. There's a chance. Machasek. Oh, Sucki scores his first goal for the club. That kind of goal never seems to go in on Football Manager, where it's sort of like just lofted in and there's some players. It's always cleared or the it goes wide or the keeper saves it. But no, this time Sucki heads across, straight in. Lovely stuff. 3-1 up. Sucki gets his first goal for the club. Swindon Town have turned things around since the I don't know what minute that was, 44th minute. We have been a different team. Toot now, good save. Toot, in our run of good form that we've had, he has had, I think, 2 Man of the Match awards, which is, on Football Manager, it's quite hard to get your goalkeeper's Man of the Match awards. You have to sort of, because if you win 6-0 every week, they're never called into service enough to get it. So, what a finish from Wilmot. Ooh, lovely stuff. Surprisingly, that's his 10th goal of the season. He's been a bit in and out of the team. He didn't have very much form at the beginning of the year, but he's certainly turning things around now. Wilmot, what a finish that is. Lovely stuff. 70 minutes gone. Let's make a couple of changes for the health of the team. Yeah, okay, so I was bigging up Maxim Stas, but he's actually not playing well tonight. We are also going to replace Machasek with Ali Apekli, because after having like 2 months off for compassionate leave, he then came back and immediately complained he wasn't playing enough. So fucking dickhead. And we'll also give Torsten Barron a bit of a rest because he's an old man now. And we'll let Montufar play. He's also been complaining about lack of game time, so we might as well let these boys have a chance when we get the opportunity to. They will probably start the next game. That's my thinking. Stas out to Just Jeff. Oh, Alexandrov, but no, Laveau makes the tackle. Just Jeff, the ball's gone up to him. He's tackled Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Complaining about pain. Machasek, Barron, that's all our changes have been made. 75 minutes on the clock. Come on, let's have another one. 4-1 up. This is how I expected it to be. Oh, I'm on too far. He's a little man. He's not going to get there. Van Rethy doesn't have very many shots. That's why. Vanine now with the goal kick, but it doesn't go very far. Montufar gets it within their half. And Wilmot for the hat trick. No. Gumenyuk. They've got some good names. I like Ukrainian names. Are good. Ali Apekli out to Manuel. Then we've got Van Rethy, Ali Apekli, Nepomniachtchi. I already said that name, but it's hard. Wilmot tackled. Wilmot to Van Rethy, tackled by Koval. Their 5-man midfield is not really very ambitious. That's the problem. When they get the ball, none of them seem to be running on. They're obviously just hoping that this big fella up front, Berisha, is able to do the whole job, basically. Oh no, they've actually pushed up a bit. Having said that, they were playing a flat midfield 5, but they've pushed 3 of their men up. Musa Fall, good for a free kick goal every so often, is the young Mr. Musa. Vanine. Now, who scored their goal? Was it Berisha? No, it was Grecian. Who's he? Is he one of the midfielders? Oh no, yeah, probably, because it doesn't really matter. It was a penalty, wasn't it? So yeah, Tarashenko, Alexandrov goes for the effort, but for Toot saves. I think if the game stays like this, we probably don't have to worry too much about the result in England. Obviously, we don't want to lose it, and we get a bit more money from prize money if we win it. So we'll definitely be going for that. But Montufar, what a bit of play from Wilmot. Yes, great goal from Montufar, very true, and Wilmot, lovely vision to set him up for that. It was very Lampard-esque, coming in late, smashing home. Lovely stuff. 5-1 away in Ukraine. What a second half we've had, by the way. 1-1 at half time, possibly 6-1 at full time. No. Oh, Unisov went right in between. Right in there. Now they have a break, chance to break. Jurchuk, Berisha. No. It's possibly Berisha's first chance of the game. I've kept him very quiet, but considering he's up against 4 men on his own, it's not surprising. Ali Apekli, nothing else really interesting. Team Talk clearly worked a treat. I told them all that they were unlucky, which they all hated, and then I told them that they were better than they could have been better, and they agreed. Yeah. Wilmot played a 9.5, 2 goals, 2 assists, not bad. Anderlecht's Sami Arauri, he's decent. I've already scouted him. Let's do it again just in case. Right, so we move on to our next game, knowing pretty well that we're going to go through. Do we remember? It was this one, wasn't it? Lokomotiv versus Trabzonspor, or was it? It was against a Turkish club anyway. Yeah, so it must have been that. It must have been that one. So it looks like we're going to be playing Trabzonspor in the next round. 5-star Swindon triumph, classy Wilmot on form. I told themselves to keep. That's actually true. Yeah, he is good. He was absolutely outstanding. He will recover. Oh, that's why he was playing so badly, because he gave away the penalty. Of course. Okay, well, it's harsh of us to say that, well, harsh of me to say that he was not doing well, but actually he didn't have as good a game as he has had recently. He scored against Man City. He's a decent player. He's a decent player. Cool. Jeremy Clarkson voice joining the party. Now then we have to watch it processing. There was a fun thing where it said, I think it said something like, it was something along the lines of most bookings in the Premier League, and the top teams were Huddersfield, Hull. I'll look at the league table in a minute. I'll tell you exactly who they were. It was Huddersfield, Hull, Bradford, and then a couple of other northern cities. And I was like, oh dear, the North. Come on, the North. Try and not be too stereotypical. A little bit of water there. You'll notice I'm not coughing all the way through my videos anymore. I have become healthy once again. Although I am knackered. We drove to Prague, and then drove to Brno in the Czech Republic. Then on one day drove from Brno to Prague, which is about 200 kilometers. Did 2 comedy shows, and then drove back from Prague to Wrocław, which is about 400 kilometers, and got back at about 2 a.m. and then had to get up at 6 a.m. to take the car back. And then basically yesterday after work I slept big time. I bigly slept. And yeah, that was fun. But I am still suffering a little bit now. I obviously went to the gym, which is making me a bit more tired, so... Cockerel. Small cockerel. They've got Caesar in their team. And they've got William Pitt. Anyway, the FA Cup's still going on. We are through in that competition. Who are we playing? We have to play Cardiff. Yeah, I think that's actually the game after the Karpati game. Cardiff, a team who we have previously been smashing, and then in the last 2 matches we lost to them and drew 3-3 with them. So I'm hoping we can return to our winning ways when we beat them in the Cup. Oh Lord, suddenly becoming very tired. Let's get this game over and done with. Karpaty Lvov. It's only a formality, lads. Come on, computer, you can manage. Come on. Saturday, 24th February, 2052. At this stage, I am, 61 years old in real life? I actually, it will tell me if I just look at my profile. Yeah. FA Cup 6th round draw. Oh, I didn't see that. Who did we get? Man United or Southampton? Oh, fuck's sake. Of course, Man United top of the league. I know we beat them 3-1, but still, it would be away. I don't think we would be able to win 3-1 in Old Trafford again. Oh, they did draw 2-2 with Southampton, though, and that gives Southampton the chance to play them at home, which means that you never know. Chelsea, by the way, were in the, or it hasn't been played yet. They're in the League Cup final for something like the 7th year out of 8. It's incredible. They've got such a ridiculous. Like, they lost the last 2 in a row, then they weren't in the one before that, and then they won something like 2 or 3 in a row. So they're a genuinely horrifyingly good League Cup outfit. Bookings. Nordin breaks the goal scoring record for Atramitos from the Greek Super League. Is he any good? He's actually alright. Have we ever scouted him? We have. But he costs a lot of money. Right, anyway, they're happy with Machasek, which I am as well, because he's fucking great. Let's attend the press conference. I hope he doesn't have a minimum fee release clause. Anyway, it gives us confidence. Yep, I think they've got boost. Of course, they've got a chance. It's going to be a struggle, but we'll win because that's the only one that gives a good outcome. Karpathy, they're called Karpaty Lvov, which basically means Carpathian Lvov, which is a bit like, I don't know, Milan being called Alps Milan. Because, I don't know, because I mean, Milan is even kind of in the mountains, whereas, it's close to the mountains, whereas Lvov's not really close to the mountains at all. It's a bit like saying Bavaria Munich, Bayern Munich. Anyway, let's knock out Karpathy from the Europa League. Holders Swindon't Town look like they're going through to the second knockout round, which I believe would be the quarterfinals. No, it wouldn't be the quarterfinals. No, it would be the knockout round. Let's play the players that I said we would play to give them a bit of game time. Baron again can start. Let's play Topic because he's a little injured, or he's just recovering from injury rather. We'll put Fall on if we need to. We'll leave Sucki there because he apparently played very well. I want to play Javier again out on the right back. And do we need to do anything else? Jepsen, Padilla? No, I think we're looking pretty good. Maybe let's give Patrick a start just because Chelsea Martins will play against Huddersfield if that's the next game, which it looks like it is. Okay. So let's actually look through their team then. So they've got this guy, Tarnowski's up front. He's useless. This was their guy that was playing up front last game, Florin Berisha. He's useless as well, but very quick. They've got Vladimir Tarasenko, who is a Belarusian midfielder of little talent. There is Igor Denisov, who is, he probably was decent. He's not that good. They've got Mikhailo Yurchuk, who is rubbish. And Sergei Grishin, who's actually decent. He looks very much like a kind of player that I would have had in Shlonsk Rostov. He actually just came through last season because I think I loaded the Ukrainian league last season. Then they've got at the back, they've got a player called Wesley. Yusunov, who's actually okay. Although obviously not Premier League quality, but he's okay, I guess. Wesley's pretty good for them. Ezekiel is weirdly uncreative, like it's a sort of like negative creative. And Nepomniachtchi, stupid name. In fact, let's call him Good, just so I can read your name when you get the ball. And then Patricio Salas, who's okay. Again, nothing special in these guys. Hopefully Patrick can get a couple of goals, top up his confidence. Wilmot's still playing because he's in a fine run of form at the moment. Let's just attack him. I don't care who's on the bench. They've dropped their goalkeeper from the last game, so that's pretty harsh. Maybe he's not their first choice, and they thought maybe they could rest their first choice goalkeeper against the Premier League team. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, squeaky chair. Swindon't Town, how long will it take for us to open our account against Karpaty Lvov today? We've seen now that they are not that good. We've broken their confidence and their resistance in the last game. Hopefully this should be just pretty much a procession. I have noticed, so the reason I was playing who's our backup right back, Laveau. I was playing him in a couple of games, and the main reason was because he is more attack. He's got more of an outlet going forward, whereas this fella Javier is less of an outlet going forward. Wow, they're pinging the ball around all right. And they open in 10. It's fine, let them do that. Tarnowski gets their first chance. It was a lovely move, it's true, but it was straight into the hands of Fertut. And then Sucki, Berisha clears off the line. I'm liking Sucki mainly because of his name. Somehow that's not gone in. What was I saying? Oh, someone's been injured. What happened now? Who took the knock? No, it doesn't matter. They're all looking okay. Okay, good. Yeah, so he's less of an outlet. But the problem is we concede more when he plays. So we concede more, but we score more when he plays. So it's more fun for the fans. But I think it's hard to... Oh, Ipekli scores. Nice. We are 1-0 up. 22 minutes. I don't know who had that one on the bingo, but well done. 22 minutes. It's only us playing, isn't it? Yes. Ali Ipekli. Since he's come back and finally decided to start playing for us rather than spending most of his time sitting at home in Turkey, crying into his mother's shoulder, he's been pretty good actually. My screen's just basically fallen off. Maciasek is obviously the best of the left mid prospects. Actually, there's still Rodriguez, who I really should have played in this game, or put him on the bench at least. He's not had much of a look in this season, to be perfectly frank. Tarasenko, Alexander, they cross. Serapio clears easily. So we had bids for Serapio. We had bids for his name should be Sucki, not Stucky, but Stucky's also funny. Stucky would be a funny, irritatingly long name. Big ball away from Van Rethy. Javier. Denisov tackled. We had bids for him. We had bids for Van Rethy. We had bids for Gilic, who I ended up having to sign to a new deal, which actually I wasn't too upset with because he was on a ridiculously low wage. So I gave him a renewed deal. We also had bids for Padilla, a load of bids for Padilla, a load of bids for Martins, a load of bids for Serapio and Manuel. Like one random mid-table Spanish club kept coming in for him, and I was like, no, stop. And then they would come back with just the same amount of money again the next week. I'm like, no, I still don't want to sell you him for like £8 million. No. Calm, I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Lots of people looking complacent. Maybe can I say anything at this point that says... Maybe that one will help. Just to sort of be like, hey guys, I have faith that you're still good. You're still better than these mugs. Baron now. Stucki. It's a shame his name isn't Sucki, really. But Patrick. Oh, what a finish. Lovely stuff. Great ball from Stucki. I can't call him Sucki. Because then the only name that will appear on his profile is Sucki, and I can't call him Sucki. I can't. I want to, but I can't. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. If he scores, we'll definitely call him Sucki. That's a big if, though. 57 minutes gone. Sucki. I might not be able to resist now that I've got it in my head. I've got a big smile on my face. It just makes me giggle. Patrick, interesting effort. We don't need to give him any time. Martins can come on. I think that's probably okay. Maybe let's take Baron off again. He's an old man, as we said. 2 games in 4 days. Probably not best for him. 72 minutes. Anything interesting going to happen? Wilmot, Ali Ipekli. I mean, his name is basically Alpaca. It's not, but the way I say it basically is. Topic, wow. Does some acrobatic ball control and then smash it against the post from miles out. Oh, good effort. Who can we give a break to? Topic is again looking, and he was injured recently, so let's take him off. We'll bring on Fall. Ipekli can carry on running out his energy because he won't be playing in the next game. Alexandrov, Topic to Patrick now. Patrick to Martins. Come on, boys. Manuel over to Ipekli. Martins to Montefar. Oh, Wilmot. Great finish again, but he was offside, unfortunately, that time round. That was a loud noise from the chat. Is it fun when we win 7-1? Yes, it is fun. That's the answer. Is it fun when you win every single trophy? I don't know, Sam. Why don't you tell us? But no, I'd love to win every single trophy. I'm slowly picking each one of them up one by one. I think if we can win the Premier League, win the Champions League, win the World Cup, Club World Cup with Swindon, and then I think that'll be when we move on. Because I'm feeling that now more than ever, it feels like we are actually moving towards the point where we might be good enough to challenge for the title if we can just stop fucking up against shit teams. Whereas the last couple of seasons, it feels like we've been building and then also taking 2 steps back. Basically standing completely still, like making a couple of good signings who are slightly younger, and also then selling away the best player that we have, and that's not good. So hopefully we can build on this season. 2-0, 7-1 on aggregate, £173,000 in the bank. We hammered them. We were on form. Sucki was on form. I mean, if that doesn't mean we should call him Sucki, I don't know. Sucki. Anyway, he was a good signing off of VfB Salzburg. Anyway, so yes, let's look at the fixtures. We know that we will be playing. Oh well, it hasn't registered. Let's just do it. Let's press the thing, and then it'll show us, and I can tell us where we're going to be, because this is going to be a cup. One of those two is a cup game. So I imagine that the Europa League stuff will be put here-ish. And then we'll do what we did last season, where we just do one of the second leg plus the game afterwards. Come on, game. Come on. There you go. New gate receipts high. People flocked to see Kapatu. Alright, so we're going to have to play another day, I think. Yeah, give us a scout of Israel. Why the heck not? Okay, let's continue. Play me this next thing. I want to see, because there's a round of the reason it hasn't come up with the fixtures yet is because they haven't played the next round of fixtures, as in the rest of the remaining fixtures in the Europa League. That should be tonight. Although actually, in real life they were always played on Thursdays. So let's press continue. See if we can find it out. Come on, I don't want to. I'm definitely not playing that game, but I don't want to go on too far. Come on. See, Yarchomf, you should have come to us, mate. Mr. Chair. Look at us, 6 goals behind the league leaders. Pfft, we're bloody amazing, we are, Swindon Town. And we've only had 1 or 2 absolute hammer. We battered Liverpool 6-0, but I don't think we've really battered anyone else. I know we've put 3 past a number of teams and stuff, but I mean, there's not been any sort of 7s or 8s. I know we scored 9 in the Europa League, but we're a high-scoring team, lads. I bring the goals, I bring the fun back to the county ground. Oh Lord, tell me what the Europa League scores are, please. I don't care if Flamengo beat Millonarios 2-0. I'm not interested in Enrique Casino. I don't care if Elton. If I do it now, will you come up? Come on, for God's sake. There we go. Right. So the game the only game we're interested in is Trabzonspor versus Lokomotiv. Let's see what happens. Moscow beat Fenerbahce. Oh, Dinamo drew 1-1 with Inter. That's not a bad result for them. PSG look like they've gone through. That's annoying. Come on. Give us the result I crave, for I do crave it. Tippity tap. Trabzonspor, they drew 0-0, meaning that Shlomska's still in it. Okay, so this will be, what games is it rearranged? Yes, it rearranged those games that I thought it was going to. Right, so we'll play that then. The fifth cup FA round, and then the second leg of the knockout leg. Second leg of the second knockout round. Fucking hell. We'll play those two games. So I'll see you then. And just also, who was Schloms playing? Schloms playing Fenerbahce, so there's no reason why Schloms couldn't go through. We could get Schloms in the next round. Just quickly, and this is stupid, but I wanted to quickly see. They're not even winning the league. Fucking pathetic. Right, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.